Okay, so today we are going to look at our first few chords. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky, and you might find that your hand starts to get sore, and if that's the case, just stop playing and come back to it a bit later. We tend to find that about half an hour a day is the best when you're starting to play, but do whatever you can, as much or as little as you can afford to play. So our first chord, if you look into the source file below in the description link, you'll see some pictures of these. We're going to look at C, G, F and A minor. So these might be a bit tricky to play straight away, but just spend some time working on them and you'll get there eventually. You can watch this video as many times as you like. That's the beauty of YouTube. So our first chord is a C chord. It sounds like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our third finger, so 1, 2, 3, our third finger, on fret 3 of the A string. So the elephants and E. We're going to take our second finger, put it on fret 2, and then we're going to skip a string, just play an open G, and we're going to put our first finger on fret 1, and then we're going to strum from this finger. So let's talk about that again. So our third finger on fret 3 on the A string, our second finger on fret 2 on the D string, and then our first finger on fret 1 of the B string, so that's the second to last string, and we're going to strum that whole thing. Okay? Our next chord is very similar to that, it's an F. So we're going to move our second and third fingers away from us a string. So we're going to take it from the A and the D string to the D and the G string. And we're going to flatten our first finger, so it covers both. So we're going to have a flat finger on our first, playing 2 strings, our second finger on fret 2 on the G string, and our third finger on fret 3 on the D string. And we're going to play it from this one, from fret 3. Okay? Our next chord, A minor, we're going to play an open A, so elephants, and we're going to take our second finger and play it on fret 2 on the D string. Play a third finger, fret 2 on the G string, and our first finger on fret 1 on the B string. And we're going to play all of the strings except this bottom E. Okay? And go through that again. So open A, second finger on fret 2 on the D string, third finger on fret 2 on the G string, and first finger on fret 1 on the B string, and we're going to play it all the way through. It's A, D, G, B and E, all the way through those. Okay? And our last chord is G. So we're going to put our third finger on fret 3 on the bottom E string, so the lowest note. Then we're going to take our first finger on fret 2 on the A string. And then we're going to skip all the way up to the last E string, and we're going to put our third finger on fret 3. Now this is a bit of a stretch and it'll take some time to get used to, but it sounds like that. Okay? So we're going to take our third finger and put that on fret 3 on the high E string, our first finger on fret 2 on the A string, and our second finger on fret 3 on the G string, E string, sorry. Okay, so once you get those 4 chords, we've got C, F, A minor and G. Start trying to strum basic rhythms. So with this hand, when you are, this is called strumming, so just start putting those together. And there you go. Okay, so have a go with those 4 chords. If you like this video, click like, or of course click subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter or Facebook, and make sure you are using the source files that are below in the description page. Okay, I'll see you next week to learn some more chords.